Philippines is abundant with diverse resources of renewable energy. To properly harness this, the Department of Energy has created the Omnibus Guidelines governing award and administration of renewable energy contracts and the registration of renewable energy developers, or the Omnibus for short. The Omnibus is a set of guidelines that ensure that you get your contract when you develop the country's renewable energy or RE project. Welcome to the first of the 3 Omnibus videos. In this video, we will explore the basics of the Omnibus, the types of contracts available, the stages of getting the contract, and the provisions that the Omnibus has. Who is in charge of overseeing the implementation of the Omnibus?
There is a unit in charge of administrating the Omnibus, called the Renewable Energy Management Bureau, or the REMBI. They are in charge of implementing the policies and procedures of the Omnibus. So, who can apply for this?
Those who can apply include any Filipino individual and corporations which are at least 60% Filipino-owned, except when it comes to biomass and geothermal energy, which can be fully foreign-owned. Where can I develop my RE project?
The contract area is the indicated area outlined in a map where you would have the right to explore or develop. Sometimes an overlap happens, but both developers of different resources can coexist and pursue the application. What type of contract should I get?
That would depend on the type of renewable energy you want to harness. Your options are the Biomass Energy Operating Contract, or BAOC for biomass, the Geothermal Service Contract, or GSC for geothermal energy, the Hydropower Service Contract, or HSC for hydropower plants, Ocean Energy Service Contract, or OESC for ocean plants, Solar Energy Operating Contract, or SEOC for solar fields, Wind Energy Service Contract, or WESC for wind-based energy. What's the difference between an operating contract and a service contract?
Both biomass and solar energy-based contracts are called operating contracts, while geothermal, hydropower, ocean, and wind fall under service contracts. Operating contracts do not go through the pre-development stage. What are the stages of a contract?
Getting a contract goes through 2 stages. The pre-development stage includes a preliminary assessment, feasibility study up to financial closing, and a declaration of commerciality, or DOC. Then a transition to pre-development to development stage happens when the DOE issues a Certificate of Confirmation of Commerciality, or COCO. The development of commercial stage means the RE project is good to go for construction and development. Can a contract be amended?
Yes, it can. Sometimes it happens when there are changes within the contract. If there are changes in the output capacity of the project, if there's a change in the type of feedstock used for a biomass, or if there's a change in location. Existing contracts can also be converted if the holder wants to convert their old contract to a new one under the Omnibus. Even those who applied prior to this Omnibus are allowed contract area amendments at any time, as long as it's 60 days before the expiration of the pre-development stage. What's a certificate of registration?
A Certificate of Registration, or a COR, is a proof of registration of the developer provided by the DOE. It can be used to avail the incentives from the Renewable Energy Act. They have an initial validity of 5 years and can be renewed for the same period until the end of project for up to 25 years. Are there any other provisions?
The DOE will let you know if there's any extension in the timeline. And if there's any new technology, REMBI will create new provisions. As we reach the end of this video, let's recap what we discussed.
We tackled the basics of the Omnibus, which include who's in charge, who can apply, and who can develop. The different types of contracts, including the difference between operating contract and service contracts. The different stages of a contract. The provisions of an omnibus, including conversions from older to newer ones, and overlaps in an area. We also discussed the certificate of registration. Be sure to check out parts 2 of this series where we discuss the application, evaluation, and registration process for the RE developers and their projects, and part 3 of the series where we discuss the administration, conversion, and terminations of the RE project.